All right, hey folks. So today I'm going to walk you through a quick little standing warm up and stretch. Super important to warm up and stretch before you do any physical activity. You don't want to work out on cold muscles because you're just risking injury. So warm up and stretch before every time you exercise. I do this with my clients every time. I do this on my own before I do my own workouts every time, and super quick, super effective. And really gets your blood flowing and gets your muscles loosened up before you do any serious physical activity. So I always start with elbow to knees from side to side. Okay, try to touch the knee every time if you can. Usually do 10 on each side. That's 4, 5, getting warmed up through the core, the legs, the hips, and the shoulders. All right, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mind if I lose count because talking and trying to keep count is not very easy. And then I go into arm circles and butt kicks. So kicking yourself in the butt as you do 5 circles in one direction, warming up through the shoulders and through the quads. Okay, and then I switch directions, going reverse and still kicking myself in the butt. And yeah, just getting those shoulders loosened up a little bit there. 4, 5, good. And then I do a wide-legged windmill. So nice wide feet, arms up overhead. Reach for the sky. Reach all the way over. Feel the stretch through your side body and your hamstrings. Try to touch your foot, the floor, your other foot, and then reach all the way around and up. And here I switch directions. So reach. Feel the stretch in the side body. Feel the stretch in the hamstring. If you can't get to your feet, that's okay. Just reach as far as you can down until you feel a nice stretch in the back of the legs. Okay, and here I'll usually do 5 on each side. So that's 2. Slower the better, 2, right? Nice and slow when you're just getting warmed up. 3, you get the idea. 4, 5. Okay, and from here, actually, I stay with my feet wide, and I'll stretch through the groin here. So I'll go from side to side, stretching out through the groin. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, now I come up, and now I'm gonna reach. I'm gonna try to kick my leg out nice and straight as possible. And I'm reaching, trying to touch my toes. If you can't get to your toes, don't worry about it. Maybe you only get to your knee or your shin. That's perfectly fine. But just nice reach down through the legs, warming up through the hamstrings here. And if you need to bend your knee, that's okay too, to get there. All right, so just warming up now through the hamstrings and the shoulders and the core. All right, so 5 or 10 on each side is good for that one. And then I do over-unders. So I bring my right arm under and then over. So hugging yourself essentially, and then opening up through the chest in the back. All right, so open up the chest and then close the chest. Open, close, maybe 10 on top, 10 on bottom, with your right arm high and then low. Good. And then another good one to warm up through the core too, I like to do a little twist. So just swaying from side to side. And here you can even let your arms just dangle and just feel the loosening up through your core and your low back, right? Try not to overdo this one, right? Because it's really easy to kind of tweak your back. So just nice and soft, just till you get to the point of a little bit of tension, right? Just easing into that tension through the core. And that one really loosens up the belly and all the abdominal muscles and the low back too, right? Okay, and then from here, I like to do an isolated stretch. So just a quick little stretch in each of the muscles. So putting the heel down and bringing the toes up, we're gonna go into the hamstring. Send the hips back, pull the chest forward, and you shouldn't have to go very far. You already feel this nice stretch in the back of the hamstring. If you want more, you can draw the outside hip in and then go a little deeper with the chest. Be careful because it gets pretty intense. Or you can tuck the chin around the back and then you get into the neck and all through the spine. Okay, so I usually do 2 or 3 breaths here and then switch it up. Pull the toes up, send the hips back, push the chest forward, big inhales, big exhales, sinking a little bit deeper. You don't have to go as deep as me, right? We all have different tension and different strengths and flexibilities, so Just whatever feels good for you. Again, you can tuck the chin around the back if you want to get into this neck and the spine. So 3 breaths here. And then we work into our quads. So you can hold on to something, a wall or a chair, countertop, whatever, if you feel like your balance isn't strong enough. But essentially what we're trying to do is we're going to kick our foot into our hand, stand up nice and tall. Now we want to keep the chest nice and proud, pull the knees in line with each other, and then you pull your floating knee back just a little bit, push the hips forward, and you'll feel a nice stretch to the quad in the front. 3 breaths here. 1, 2, 3. And then switch it up. Other side, line the knees up, nice tall, nice proud chest, nice tall spine. Push the hips forward, pull the knee back, and breathe. 3 big breaths. 2, and 3. Good. We already did the groin, so we don't have to do that one now. But now we're going to bring the feet together, and we're going to come up, start working our way up into the side bodies. Okay, so we're going to reach up overhead, grab opposite wrist with hand. Now you want to pull that arm up out of the shoulder and then lean away from the shoulder that you're pulling on. Right, so think of finding length down the side body, and then exhale here. 3 breaths. And then we come back up to center, switch, lift the arm up out of the socket, pull the arm across, and then feel that nice stretch down the other side. It really works better when you have your feet together too, so just trying to focus on that. But if you need the stability, you can have your feet a little bit wider. That's totally fine. Good. Now working our way up into the shoulders. So drawing the arm across the chest, and from here, I want to drop my shoulder, but pull my elbow across. You're going to feel a nice stretch in the back of the shoulder here. So 3 breaths here. 2, 3. Switch it up. Other side, drop the shoulder, pull the elbow across. 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now we want to open up through the chest. Now I like to interlace my fingers behind my back, straighten out the arms, pull the shoulders into the back, pull the hands away from the hips. So this is going to open up through the front of the shoulders and the chest. 3 breaths here. Try to relax the shoulders down. 1 more. Good. And then last but not least, I always get into the neck. So we hold a lot of tension in our neck and shoulders. Super important to stretch that out. Okay, so shrug the shoulders a couple times in one direction, a couple times in the other direction. Then we reach around with the hand, and we're not pulling or yanking, we're just helping the ear to the shoulder. And then you got a couple options with this hand. You can just let it hang if you want, or I like to tuck it behind the back. That's really nice. 3 breaths here. Okay, and then the other side. Notice the difference from one side to the other. Shrug it off. And then we drop the opposite ear to the shoulder, help it out with the hand, not pulling or yanking, just helping. And this hand can be off to the side, or you can tuck it behind your back. 3, 2, and 1. Coming out, shrug it off, and then you're good to go. So that is my very basic standing warm up and stretch. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Until next time, have a good one.